I don't think a day early is even good. Well, I mean, tell it to AMC because apparently it's perfect.
I think a day early is a waste of fucking time, man. If you're that impatient to wait for the extra day, then you're a sucker for paying for that Patreon in the first place.
You know something? The working man is a sucker.
The working man is a sucker. That's why I don't want to be the working man anymore.
The working man is a sucker. They came to this country with nothing. They died with nothing, you know?
You know, I had a thing I wanted to say at the start of this, and you just proved my point before I even got a chance to say it.
Yeah, I think you know, Robbie, cry me a river, because I had a thing I wanted to say at the start of this too, but I didn't get to say it yet, okay? So cry me a river.
I said you helped prove my point before I could say it.
Oh, my bad, man. No, I agree with you completely.
Yeah. I said I'm glad you cut me off, basically.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I think this is the best podcast there is.
Yeah, this is the best podcast. It's something. It's funny, though, because it's like whenever, the weird thing is that it's a real love-hate relationship with it, because whenever it's like the day before, I'm like, oh, we're going to record tomorrow. I'm like, that's terrific. Sounds great. It'll be fun. And then the wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, God, fucking damn it. I have to fucking talk.
I know exactly
say
what you
things.
mean.
And then you're like, do you want to do it? And I'm like, yeah.
No.
And it's just like, it feels, and then the second you hit record, I'm like, nice. You know?
I have the exact opposite.
Like, nice.
Everything you said is completely true for me, minus the last fucking detail.
Just
I'll think about this
you.
all week, and I'll be super excited about it. I'm like, dude, tomorrow we're going to record. It's going to be fucking fantastic. I'll wake up the day of to record, and I'm anxious the entire fucking day. And I know I'm going to fuck it up somehow.
Right
I know I'm going to do something wrong.
Like right now.
Yeah, my usual shtick. So I beat myself up all fucking day.
I got a little alley-oop for you. Do you want to know something that I meant to mention this weeks ago and I forgot to mention it to you? But want to hear something that okay, I was going to tell you the exact way I have. Now I'm going to phrase it to you more of a question. I'm going to fill in the blanks as we go, okay?
I like that better.
Tell me if you think this is rude.
Okay.
Would it be rude for someone to touch something that wasn't theirs without permission?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would it be rude for someone to touch perhaps an instrument that wasn't theirs without permission?
That's honestly more offensive than the first.
Would it be
offense.
rude for someone to, of all the instruments that could be touched, perhaps play someone's drums without permission?
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd find that rude.
Mm-hmm.
So would you be pretty pissed off if you found out that, I meant to mention when one of my sets of friends were here, you have to guess which person it was when it happened with who. One person in the middle of two people talking just got up, walked over there, sat on the thing, just started boom, 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 for like a minute or two.
Well, where was I in here?
You were upstairs. It was like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
Okay.
Which I thought was weird too.
That's even stranger.
And they did like just like.
Yeah.
It might have been 2 in the afternoon, honestly. I don't know, but I think it was 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it was little Michael.
Yeah, it was little Michael.
For sure.
Yeah,
no one else would have the balls.
No one else
to
would
do
do that.
that.
It's pretty fucking rude, isn't it, to do that to someone?
Yeah, but here's the thing. When I was younger, and like when I first started playing in bands and everything, and people would come over, they would sit down and think they could be cool and touch my drum set, and I would want to start screaming at them. The second they sat down, I got so hostile about it, like to an unhealthy level. And I never acted out on that, but I got so far. Like, don't you ever fucking sit behind. What if I went into your house and fucked your mom? How'd you feel about that? Don't sit behind my set without asking.
You sound like a lot like, I thought you were just making a joke at first. It was going to all go back into Step Brothers, but no, this is just your actual heart of hearts.
No,
this is
it
fucking
used to infuriate
like, this is but even weirder. But you don't get that. You don't like Step Brothers until recently.
No, that part I understood.
That part you always understood. You always understood him being like, don't touch my fucking drum set.
No,
Okay.
that was the one thing I could say to everybody, because that was probably the thing that made me hate the movie even more. Because I'm like, no, if anyone ever did it to me, I'd fucking want to kill them.
Which is what happens in that movie.
But my point
So that's not even an outlandish thing. The whole escalating that quickly to death and faking a death and trying to bury someone alive, that all makes sense from touching your. So I told you that little Michael touched your drum set while he was here, you would have buried him in the backyard.
Years ago, yeah, I would.
Okay.
Well, would have taken a lot of strength. No, I wouldn't have, because I don't have the balls to do that kind
Right.
of thing. But it's taken a lot of strength not to start screaming and everything else that goes with.
You say your strength?
I thought I said restraint, but maybe I said restraint. I thought I said
I
restraint.
think you said restraint.
Well,
Which is kind of cool, actually.
well, there's really no way of knowing for certain. So
Yeah. That was a very Arrested Development joke. Well,
That's why
there's
I
no
said
way
it.
of knowing for
that's why I said
certain.
it, because I fucking love that show now.
Best
Finally.
show of all time. I know. I've only made you watch it 30 fucking times.
My point was, though, yeah, years ago it pissed me off, but I realized how fucking absurdly over the top I was behaving, that now I've let it go. And I don't even take care of myself well enough anymore where I can stand on that fucking
That's
pedestal.
true. That's actually true, because Mike said, wow, these drum heads are pretty beat up.
Yeah, I used
That's
to
the
take
first
care
thing
of
he
it a lot
said,
better.
and I was like,
I don't keep maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really can't be mad.
Speaking of that guy, has a better record than me in fantasy football now. He's 4-1. I'm 3-2. After being 3-0 and him being 1-1 or 2-1, he somehow won twice. I lost twice. Disgusting.
It's the more depressing knowing that he's the person winning, just because
Luck.
it's just sheer luck, and he's not.
Yeah.
And I'm actually pretty upset that I lost this past week.
So am I. Dude.
I
I'm so upset, man. I lost by 50.
I was so confident.
And if everyone was listening, it's like, wow, your team sucks. No. I scored like 130 points. He just happened to score fucking over 180 points. I scored 140. He scored 190.
Yeah, I lost 122 to 106, I think.
Yeah, close though. I got
Fucking.
blown out.
So like the first week I did it.
Fuck fantasy football. Let's go back to Arrested Development talk.
Okay.
So like you now finally watching it again. Like I said, after I've seen the show. I think I've seen the first 3 seasons at least 25 times, and I've seen. Yeah, you're right. I was opening the floor to you for that one.
I thought so. Some of the conversations work. You say point, I say point.
Yep, I stopped. My point and your points are actually scheduled to go in the middle of my points. Pretty cool.
It's how we layer the points. They get stronger that way.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna try that again. Pretend you're not weird.
Okay, sorry.
So I've seen the first 3 seasons of Arrested Development probably 25 times, and
sorry.
okay. So again, I can understand why this would happen again because I guess we kind of glossed over it the first time. But the issue, the first time I said it was when you cut me off there, and you should do it again.
Oh, I thought it was I didn't start talking quick enough.
No. I can tell you were talking faster that time, but no. The
So
problem is
don't
don't speak until I say, Robbie, it's your turn.
Okay, gotcha.
And that's, those are pretty clear directions, and that wasn't me saying it just now.
No,
that was an example of it.
Yeah, but before you weren't that explicit. It was
when I actually say what you're going to hear is you're going to hear, Robbie, it's your turn to talk. Okay. And as well as that, I'm going to clap. Now those things weren't done together just now; they were done separately. There was a pause. All right. So I've probably seen the first 3 seasons of Arrested Development 25 times. I've seen season 4 probably like 10 times, and season 5 the first half once, and I haven't even watched the second half because I was just not thrilled with the first half. But I love. Okay, not just talk. Now I see you waiting to jump in. Right, it's your time to talk.
Cool. See, I can follow instructions.
You can't. You start looking at your fucking. I can't even say it.
What are we gonna say?
I can't say it.
I'm just surprised by how much season 4 stuck with me because I feel like I don't remember if I watched the original or not leading up to season 4 when it came out.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I know apparently season 4 I rememred almost all of season 4.
The whole time we were watching the first 3 seasons, you kept like saying like, when's the scene where I can't think of an example of any scene you actually liked. That worked out well.
Well, the whole Job thing, doing the whole marriage to Anne, and then he's gonna do the crucifixion reenactment and all that. I could have sworn that happened in season 2 or 3.
Yeah, but you said like 10 different times. I can't think of any example of anything you said.
I thought that happened in that. I thought the whole sweat lodge thing happened in the original show.
You said that. You said
yeah, there was like 4 examples.
Dude,
I can remember now.
Fucking podcast, dude. Just terrible, bro.
I don't really come with my A game when it comes time.
It doesn't even make sense. It's like there were so many things you brought up, and it's like, what were they? What characters were they revolving around?
Oh, the Job. No, fuck, it wasn't. I said Job already. It wasn't Tobias at all, obviously. It wasn't Lindsay at all, obviously. No, it was. I said they thought they spent a lot more time in Mexico than they actually do. But nothing that it happened in the new show is what triggered my memory. So I just remembered the stuff like when they go to find the dad in the original show. I thought that was like a 4 or 5 episode stint. That was only like 1 episode. That's just my memory being wrong. So that was one other thing I said.
Yeah,
I can't remember the fourth.
Season 4 is actually pretty good.
I actually liked it a lot.
But I don't want to watch. We're talking about the non-remixed version. By the way, we're talking about the fucking
the
original presentation, which I think is better than the remix. The remix is trying too hard to be Arrested Development, and it's too far removed from Arrested Development.
You see, you say that, and like watching it last night, it didn't feel unnaturally Arrested Development to me at all. But it definitely didn't feel. It just didn't feel as quippy or as clever at all as the original. And quippy's not the right word. Quirky,
Quippy.
I guess maybe, but
yeah. I lost all momentum of speaking words and having a conversation.
Same.
So this
we were
8
good
minutes
for a while.
I think we had a solid 4 out of 8.
We were on top for.
And then I
hit
hit a brick. Yeah, wow.
You want to know why that happened?
Why?
Because what's Arrested Development mean?
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
Honestly, perfect sense. Which actually, if anything, now retroactively changes it from not being a good conversation and being annoying and not worth listening to being like artistic.
Yeah.
So it's come full circle, really.
I was going to start.
And the best part about it, since this is all scripted, that's actually not us having any fault of our own. That was actually just good writing, where we had the characters overface their adverse, to beat it, to do better.
Mm-hmm.
So now the episodes are developing in a way where we're having like actual narrative arcs and plot lines, opposed to just conversation. It was originally a dialogue-driven show, but now it's actually like having these arcs. Really, It's kind of sick.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're laughing.
I didn't know when I was about to say anything because I was trying to say things that were
like what?
I don't remember now.
Just read off the script, Robbie.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say now?
Anything really? You just literally read something. What'd you read?
Well, I did want to mention how. So if my first, I was listening to our episodes as I usually do, and my first kiss story, I got 2 There's a point in the story when I start telling you can clearly tell where I'm telling a story, and like my whole tone also just that shift thing it always does.
Nice.
Where it's like, okay, now Robbie's speaking, so Robbie's going to use his speaking voice.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
And listening.
Yeah, what's
back,
that all about?
I don't know. It's a scary fucking
Dude, why do
thing.
you suck so much?
I don't know. But you mentioned it the other day. That was what I wanted to say to you. You fucking said the other day about how when we're out there, I can't stop talking. Once we come here, I can't talk.
Yeah.
That's been haunting me since you
man,
fucking
you're
started
welcome.
saying that.
It's also because it's not that you can't talk. It's just the fact that when we're out there, whenever maybe I'll take an iota of responsibility here as well. There's definitely a little bit more pressure on it once you know you're talking. You're like, oh wait, I'm now. Once you actually see the clock ticking, like, wow, I haven't talked in 7 seconds. When you're having a normal conversation with someone, you don't give a flying fuck if there's a whole 10 minutes of silence. It just happens. But I will say the more important part is that when we're out there, at least when I do talk. After the pauses, you respond in an according way. And this one, you're just like, yeah.
Well, part of me is because I know someone could potentially be listening to this, so it's like I don't need to sound as dumb as I usually sound.
Right.
I don't need to sound super smart, but I shouldn't sound as stupid as I usually sound.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how much smarter should people think you sound currently on here than you do in your real day-to-day life?
From day to day to on here, there should be at least a 15% bump up in intelligence.
Really?
I'm willing to settle for 15%.
I'm sorry. Are you saying that you're 15%, that you sound 15% smarter on here?
No, I didn't say I sound 15% smarter. I said my goal is to sound 15% smarter. I never said I'm succeeding at that
I'd
goal.
say you sound 30% dumber on here than you do in real life.
Well, it actually gives me a little bit of a confidence boost for my day-to-day life.
Yeah, but how does that help us here?
Well,
How about you stop being selfish, okay? Be a team player.
Yeah.
Talking about how that makes me feel great. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm glad it makes you feel great, Robbie. Does it make the podcast feel great? Does it make the cast feel great? No.
I'm really gonna.
And now you turn to the bottle. That's smart.
Wow.
Yeah, drink away your sorrows, Rob. That's awesome. Have a Coors Light at 2:00 in the afternoon on a Tuesday.
3:00. It's
What's that
3
first number, Robbie?
What?
What's that first number?
What's the second number?
What's the
first?
third?
What's the third number?
The first one's a 4. The third one's a 4. That doesn't mean
second
anything.
First one's a 2.
Exactly. So it's 2:04.
No, what's the second number?
It's a 0.
5.
It's
Basically
2:04.
3.
It's 2:04, Tuesday the 11th, October 2022.
I got 2 things to say. I can either A, talk about how
this should
bad
be
my
good.
story was last week, or B, I can talk about something that's really been pissing me off the last couple of days.
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm gonna go B, even though A is so much quicker. I want to tell A, but I'll
I'm
tell B
gonna,
first.
I'm gonna tell you what's been bothering me a lot lately. What's bothering me a lot lately is the frequency in which you think it's acceptable to propose questions when you have something that you want to be said a certain way. Leave it up to chance and annoy the person for not following the way you did it. Stop giving 2 options then. Just start. you do this constantly. It's getting more and more. It's snowballing. All you do is say, "Do you want to do this or this?" Oh, well, I want to do that. Then what the fuck did you say the first thing?
I can't argue with the facts. You're 100% correct. I know I've been doing that more lately, but the reason that's happening more lately is because the thing I want to do, in my mind, I'm selling that in the way I'm asking the
Robbie,
question.
You said both. You literally said, "Should I do this or should I do this?" And you're like, "Oh wait, I want to do that." That was the difference in your tone.
But in
Should
my
I do
mind,
this or
it's
should I do
like,
that?
should I do this one
Or
should I do this?
one? You're a fucking moron.
Okay, so you say you want me to. Okay, so what's really pissed me off is that you. I want to steal your word for a second. You morose motherfuckers listening aren't paying us on Patreon. You're not telling your fucking friends.
You're not spreading
You're not
it.
telling your mom.
Dude,
Tell
I was
her
watching
fucking PTA group. I
Exactly,
want
all
more
of them.
views and subscribers so I can
know,
start
man.
getting this from the ground up.
Make that cheddar, dude.
Yeah. So everybody listening
checks.
right now, fuck you for not doing your responsibility.
Yeah, you're thinking it's like, you're like, why should I have? Well, hey guys, okay, this can't be a freebie for everyone, all right? Some of you can benefit. The rest of you listening right now who are actually contemplating, you got to think like it'd be a pretty valiant effort. And what you guys got to be, you're the front line. Get the ball rolling, take the first few hits. Yeah, of course your bank account's not gonna look as good, but guess what? Ours are gonna look better, and that's charitable. You should feel happy about that. You should feel good about that. And you know what? Maybe I'll have some better karma for that. Sure, maybe you won't be able to, I don't know, afford your electricity bill this month, but, maybe someone will notice you when you're walking in the street and say, wow, you have very nice, you got nice eyes. And, that'll be because you paid for us. You curried that good favor in the world.
That's a really good way of looking at it. That's a phenomenal way of looking at it.
So if you could just financially submit to us, emotionally, you'll be more ready for someone else.
It'd be awesome if we could have like a basket to give around like during our podcast.
That's like a really good. They should do that in places. They should have where it's like a basket on like, but with like a long arm, just so you can like get around the whole.
So you
spot.
can't take it, but you can actually put more into it.
Yeah. They should like walk around
idea.
seat to seat, aisle to aisle, and be like, "Hey, you want to put some money in this basket?"
They should play music during though, so you get distracted.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, dude.
That's a really good idea.
Can we
How to?
implement that into the
oh my
podcast?
god, dude!
What?
Dude, that's revolutionary. Everyone's always doing these live podcasts. I've watched a bunch of them. Everyone's the crowd's enjoying it, having fun. I've never seen them hand out baskets where they're also collecting money on top of paying for it.
Dude, that's fucking genius.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Yeah, gratuities. Well, no, yeah, what's the problem, dude? You're willing to tip a fucking waiter who brought a soda over to you, but you're not going to tip someone who's giving you quality content? Like, what the hell?
Actually, dude, that's such a great point because you'll tip a waiter 20%.
Oh, wow, this bag boy brought
Hold
over
on.
my groceries. Here's $5. He brought over your groceries?
That's my point. You don't put that much in the fucking little
Dude,
basket.
I'm giving
put
you
a quarter
22
in.
minutes here.
Yeah.
You fucking pay your $200 a month cable subscription to watch shitty fucking reruns of CBS shows on fucking Paramount Network. Dude, give us the fucking money.
That's a really good point.
I'm
Really
full of
good
good points.
You really are full of good points. You're full of so
I'm a
many
star.
good points. In fact,
Oh!
you're,
5
you're-
right there.
you're full of so many good points. In
Yeah,
fact,
top that.
I can't top that. I think you should just continue talking.
Yeah, I'm a star, baby. That's what my A's for everyone listening are stars. Not because I'm a 2-year-old fucking girl. It's because I'm a fucking star. Because I make all these good points.
Your signature is pretty fucking.
My signature's dope. It sounds so stupid saying it looks like a star. But my A's are fucking awesome.
Yeah, but you make it like a star, but you did the cursive approach to make it like a star. So it looks like a star, but it doesn't look like a star.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, actually. I'm actually pretty fucking awesome, come to think of it.
Yeah, I copied the R that my father and his father do.
That's a really original of you.
Yeah.
What, and your name as well. Smooth. Way to be a trailblazer on that one.
Yeah, that's true. I really don't. I
Really
don't bring
blaze
a lot to
traces
the
too
table
much?
at all.
Yeah.
I've blazed at 0 trails.
Yeah, it checks out. That checks out, actually, yeah.
So much so, in fact, when I was
Did you just
talking about
casually do a note read on the...
I did. How
you just
casual was
casually did
that?
It wasn't casual at all.
Dude,
Thank God
I
there's
was
no
like,
camera on you
oh,
right now.
I'm stretching. No one saw that but you.
It was... Okay.
Last week when I mentioned my story, so after my terrible first kiss, later on that night, she called when she got home. She was like an hour away or whatever. See, my voice is already changing.
Yeah, it is.
How does
It's
that
very,
happen?
why is this thing take the floor? You have to just...
I
You
don't
talk
know, dude.
slower, too.
I don't know what's going on.
You literally went from talking this way to talking like... After the first kiss...
Dude, I don't
She
know.
drove
I
home.
felt
She
it
lived
happen.
about
I
an
don't know
hour
what's going on.
away, and
Anyway, she called me on
and
the
we
phone
talked.
and we were talking, and she's like, "So you're a pretty good kisser. How do you
Have
have you kissed a lot before? You want to hear the brilliant
Want to hear
names
the
I
brilliant
came
thing
up
I
with?
came up with? Yeah.
Okay, no, I really tried hard to get out
I
of
want to
it.
hear the brilliant thing you came up with, please.
The
Yes.
brilliant names I came
The
up with
brilliant thing I came
of
up with
girls
were
I
for
supposedly
girls I
kissed
supposed to kiss
before my
were
first kiss.
Jasmine, Fire,
Close,
Oxblood,
Jazz. It's a J
New
name.
Blood.
Close. What was that last
I
one?
said New Blood, Oxblood. I said
said-
something else. I
I
said
said-
Jasmine.
It's a J name. A name that you've never heard anybody named was a J name.
Juniper.
No, close. Juliet, because no one goes by Juliet. But I knew Juliet apparently. That was one of my early kisses before.
That's smart.
And then the other one was Liz. Those are my two great.
Okay, well, at
names
least
I come up
Liz is a name
with. Yeah, but
that someone's been
Juliet,
named.
because at that time we were
You're
reading
watching
Romeo and
Psych.
Juliet in school.
Oh,
it might have
that's
been
so much
Psych
lamer.
actually.
No,
It's probably
take the-
no.
you're such a
No, it was
dork.
Psych.
Take
You're right.
the
It was
Romeo
Psych.
and
No, it was
Juliet
Psych.
thing.
You're right.
I could
I
have
never
bought
read
this.
Romeo and Juliet.
I
You're
could
right,
have
it was
been like,
Psych.
you know what? Maggie Lawson's pretty cute. I can understand being 15 or 14 being like, I made it with Jules from Psych. But no, you're like, Romeo and Juliet, Claire Danes. That's stupid as fuck, dude.
No, it was the other thing. It was the Psych thing. I heard it both
Yeah,
ways.
I've heard it both ways. So what was the point of the story exactly? What was the update we had to get out there that you called that that you're an idiot? Never mind. I got
I'm
it.
even lamer than I let on last.
Yeah, you're right. You actually are pretty. That's actually kind of sick. That's like a sequel. Again, that's the whole thing I was mentioning earlier with the arcs. We're really, it's not becoming a full-fledged thing. Like you have to actually listen to each thing because it builds off. It's like Arrested Development, really.
Yeah. We should start doing it on the next Brothers Yurasits.
Oh, that makes more sense because it's Brothers Yurasits.
It's our show now.
Yeah. There might be some legalities if we did the other one and we were like on the next Arrested Development.
You think?
They might be like, guys,
I don't know if
cut
we can
it
do on the
the
next
fuck
Brothers
out.
Yurasits in the voice.
yeah, we can. In the what you think Ron Howard owns that voice?
I mean, it's Ron Howard's voice.
It's
There's
not
a
even
little
Ron
bit of a
Howard's
thing
voice.
there.
The first season that wasn't how Ron Howard sounded.
Yeah.
The second season that wasn't
Also,
even how Ron
you know,
Howard
you've
sounded.
lied my entire
Ron
life
had
because
it.
he doesn't do Arrested Development.
Yes, he does.
No, he does not.
Yes,
he
he
does
does.
on the next Arrested Development.
On the next Arrested
He
Development.
never enunciates Arrested that way.
Yeah, whatever. I do it better than.
You
See,
do
that's
do
not
it
his
better.
voice.
You do it better than the guys directed 100
I
fucking
mean,
movies.
yeah, maybe it makes more sense to the story to have Ron Howard in it, but it would have been pretty cool to have Alex Yurasits in it too. It would have been really weird being like, yeah, Rebel Alley is famous director Alex Yurasits. Like, who the fuck is it? Okay.
Even though season 4 was good, there wasn't a lot of laughing out loud.
I don't know about like a show.
moments.
What about like a movie? You know, I've been pretty good at that.
Season 3, I laughed seasons 1 through 3, I laughed hysterically multiple times. There was like 2 moments in season 4, however. Even though I really enjoyed season 4,
I
there was
enjoy
really not
season
a lot
4
of
as
laughing.
story for like where the characters went and did what it adds to, but it's not nearly as funny.
And the way they keep circling back to stuff's kind of amazing.
It's pretty
throughout
fantastic.
the episodes.
Yeah. But also, it's like everyone. It's really it feels like diminishing returns, and it's just weird going back to the same basket every 6 years now, where it's like 2007 to 2013, 6 years. 2013 to 2018 is 5 years. Okay, close enough. It's like
second half came out 6 years afterwards.
Exactly. So my point is though, is like we're seeing people jump in storyline, but the storyline is immediately after, but now they're all 6 years older. It's just weird. Like that doesn't look right. And it makes you feel like it's an imitation too much. It feels like a mockery sometimes when like even though I think Michael Cera is acting great, the parts where I cut back to him and maybe he's supposed to be 18, 17 again, like you guys look like you're in your late 30s.
Especially Michael Cera.
Yeah, Michael Cera somehow his hair texture we were talking about changed and like his facial structure changed so much. It's like he was already 18 at the point. Why did he like go through a whole new look again?
But season 1 through 3, him aged in a normal progression.
Yeah.
And then to your point, the next 6 year jump,
his hair
new person.
changed.
But then the next 6 year jump, his hair and face changed again.
But I don't understand how. I get everything else. Like, yeah, whatever, fine. But I don't understand how the texture of his hair changed and the style of his hair changed so much.
I don't understand either. The only thing that stayed was he has wispy sideburns now.
Yeah, and like it's just crazy. Michael Cera's great though.
Yeah, he is though.
Who's better, George Michael, or I want to say George McHale because it's been funny, but no, George Michael or Scott Pilgrim. Find out next week on Brothers Yurasits.
Nice.